step into the mesmerizing world of Persian gardens, where ancient kings transformed harsh deserts into lush paradises. These weren't just beautiful spaces, they were masterpieces of engineering, using clever water systems and design tricks we still admire today. Let's explore how Persian gardens follow a timeless pattern called Chahar-Bagh, meaning four gardens. Picture a perfect square divided by two intersecting water channels that create four equal sections. At the heart where these channels meet, you'll often find a beautiful fountain or pool. Each quarter contains carefully arranged flower beds, fruit trees and cypress trees, creating stunning symmetry. The main walkways are lined with towering trees that provide shade and guide visitors through the space. This layout wasn't just about looks. It represented the four elements of nature: earth, water, air, and fire. Persian rulers saw these gardens as miniature versions of paradise, complete with flowing water, fragrant flowers, and perfectly ordered nature. Now, let's dive into the most impressive part of Persian gardens: their water systems. In a region where water was precious, Persian engineers developed amazing solutions. They created underground channels called qanats that brought water from mountain springs to their gardens, sometimes across distances of several miles. These tunnels were built with a slight downward slope, letting gravity do all the work. Inside the gardens, water flowed through narrow channels called jubs, creating a cooling effect and music-like sounds. The clever designers also used different water pressures to create fountains that would shoot water high into the air, amazing visitors. They even installed small ceramic vessels in the walls that would sing when water flowed through them, adding to the garden's magical atmosphere. Let's explore the incredible qanat system, the hidden network that made Persian gardens possible in the desert. These underground channels were like the veins of ancient Persia, stretching for miles beneath the earth. Workers would dig a mother well in the mountains to tap into underground water sources. Then they'd create a series of connected tunnels, carefully calculated at just the right angle to let water flow naturally downhill. What's really clever is how they used vertical shafts every 50-100 feet. These weren't just for maintenance, they also provided vital air circulation that kept the tunnels from collapsing. The qanats were so well designed that some are still working today, thousands of years later. These tunnels didn't just feed the gardens, they supplied entire cities with fresh water. Let's discover how Persian rulers turned their gardens into natural air conditioners. These clever kings used a combination of water features and smart design to create cool spots in the scorching desert. The gardens were built with thick walls that blocked hot winds while channeling cooler breezes inside. Water played a huge role. As it flowed through the channels and fountains, it naturally cooled the air around it. Tall trees were strategically placed to create shade, while pavilions were positioned to catch the coolest winds. The rulers would often hold court in special garden pavilions during summer months, where they could enjoy temperatures up to 10 degrees cooler than outside. Some gardens even had underground rooms called sardabs, where royalty could escape the midday heat. The constant sound of flowing water added to the cooling effect, making these gardens true desert oases. The four-part design of Persian gardens wasn't just about creating a pretty pattern, it was deeply meaningful. The Chahar-Bagh layout divided gardens into four equal sections, each representing different aspects of life and nature. Think of it as the world's first 4K display of paradise. Each quarter had its own personality. One might feature fruit trees for sustenance, another aromatic flowers for pleasure, a third medicinal plants for healing, and the fourth, ornamental plants for beauty. The central intersection, where water channels met, symbolized the heart of creation. This design wasn't random. It reflected ancient Persian beliefs about the universe being divided into four parts, with four rivers flowing from paradise. Gardens from India to Spain copied this layout, proving that good design truly stands the test of time. Now let's explore how Persian engineers created those amazing fountains and water features without modern pumps. They mastered the art of water pressure using a clever system called gravity-fed hydraulics. Water would be stored in elevated tanks or brought down from nearby mountains through qanats. The height difference created natural pressure. The higher the source, the stronger the fountain spray. Engineers designed special pipes with varying widths to control water flow and pressure. They even created devices called water calculators to measure and adjust water pressure perfectly. Some fountains could shoot water up to 20 feet high, creating spectacular displays. The system was so efficient that many fountains would run continuously without wasting water, as excess water was collected and recycled back through the garden's irrigation channels. The Persian garden designers were masters of natural air conditioning, combining wind and water in brilliant ways. They built their gardens with tall walls featuring special openings that caught cool breezes while blocking harsh desert winds. These walls worked together with water channels to create what we might call an ancient cooling system. As wind passed over the water features, it picked up moisture and cooled the surrounding air, similar to how modern evaporative coolers work. The architects also positioned trees and buildings to create wind tunnels that directed cool air to specific areas. They even installed small pools near windows and doorways, so that when breezes blew across them, they'd carry refreshing mist into the buildings. This clever combination could lower temperatures by several degrees. Persian gardens weren't just beautiful, they were also nature's calendar. Garden designers carefully selected plants that would bloom in different seasons, creating a living timeline throughout the year. Spring started with tulips and hyacinths painting the gardens in vibrant colors. As summer approached, roses took center stage, followed by jasmine and lilies. Fall brought chrysanthemums and asters, while winter showcased evergreen plants and unique varieties of narcissus. This planned succession of blooms helped people track time and celebrate seasonal changes. The gardens even included fruit trees that would blossom and bear fruit at specific times, adding both beauty and practicality to this natural calendar system. Let's uncover the fascinating engineering behind Persian reflecting pools, true marvels of ancient design. These pools weren't just decorative features. They were carefully engineered with specific depths and dimensions to create perfect reflections. The builders used dark stone or special tiles at the bottom of the pools to enhance the mirror effect. They calculated precise water levels, usually no more than 6 inches deep, to achieve the clearest reflections while minimizing water use. The pool's edges were slightly raised and angled inward to prevent overflow and reduce ripples. Special channels regulated water flow to maintain constant levels, while hidden drainage systems kept the water clean and fresh. These pools transformed gardens into magical spaces, where sky met earth in perfect symmetry. You might be surprised to learn that ancient Persian garden techniques are helping modern cities tackle climate challenges. Today's architects are rediscovering these time-tested methods for sustainable urban cooling. Dubai's Masdar city uses narrow streets and tall buildings to create shade, just like Persian gardens did with their walls and trees. In Qatar, new parks feature updated versions of the qanat system to manage water efficiently. Even the 4-part garden design is making a comeback in modern landscape architecture, proving especially effective for community spaces. Cities from Phoenix to Abu Dhabi are incorporating these ancient cooling techniques into their urban planning, showing that sometimes the best solutions to modern problems can be found in ancient wisdom. Thanks for joining us on this journey through the incredible world of Persian gardens. If you enjoyed learning about these ancient marvels, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Stay curious, and we'll see you in our next historical adventure.